This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Cunningham. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Shedding the tackle. Still on his feet. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? This is what the defense is going to look like for Tampa Bay. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Here we go.
A play fake. Now Cunningham. He'll get it in the hands of Clark. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Cunningham. He gets it to Thomas. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Cunningham. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Cunningham looking to throw. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So if we saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet, probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week: 11 carries, 65 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on him. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Cobb. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On first down, it's Cunningham. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Try to lay one up deep. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. This is McCaffrey, and an alley to run. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. On the ground, McCaffrey. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Marquise Brown with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point attempt here still to come. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Thomas has it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
25, check 25.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
That's what I'm talking about.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Off play action, it's Cunningham. Sliding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
That's to his running back, complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game planned for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
60 Pittsburgh.
On 3rd down. Cobb. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go down at the 28. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. This will be caught by Brown. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Cunningham. It's complete. He finds Falk here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Check, 59, 59. Who that?
Now a first down throw, Cunningham over the middle, and it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Cunningham to throw. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Cobb, and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
8 read. Check, 47. Bravo.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Cobb. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3.
Come on, baby. Let's
So we reach halftime, and what's been a... You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. He'll have a first down past the 40. That good for 22 and a first down.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Looking to throw on second down. Cobb. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And now it's second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again. Cobb. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Marquise Brown, 28 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That time a 6-play drive. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Check. No. Here we go.
On second down, here's Cunningham. The open man is Clark, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Throwing again on second and 10. Cunningham for Clark again, and this time he's got him. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now Cunningham. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. So much for the run on third and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. To throw on second down, Cunningham. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognizes he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
Trips over here. That's overload.
Throwing on third and long. Cunningham got an open man. It's Washington. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 16.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
We got 4.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Following the fumble recovery, Cobb gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Cobb. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Set. 60 or. Check back 50. Get that quarterback at all costs. Get it.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Christian McCaffrey, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Let's go, D.
Cunningham. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. But it's brought in by Washington. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Cunningham looking to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now this throw complete to Washington. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The throw right sideline here is complete. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
The Saints on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Cunningham. Open man is Michael Thomas. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Back to throw. Cunningham. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 3 yards out. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could hope for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. McCaffrey. And he's got some space here. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there from McCaffrey. 52 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On first down, it's Cunningham. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, Why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
90
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. The ball's out, McCaffrey lost it.
Here we go, here we go.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team.
And the ball is knocked out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Cunningham. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Got a man, it's Brown. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bucs, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And